Over the last few days, I've had some interesting encounters with people saying things that I just didn't even expect. And the support from out there in the community, even people I didn't even know about, has just been astronomical. So let's start with the bank. I went into the bank to drop some cash off. Now, the business has always banked with the same company for years, and I'm always the one that usually goes in to do the banking. Until recently, where somebody else, my assistant manager, has taken over for a while. So I haven't been into the bank for a bit. Now, I went in to bank some cash the other day, and all of the tellers in the bank know me by first name and and talk to me regularly, but hadn't seen me for a while. The last time they'd seen me, I was on crutches. So this time I'm in a wheelchair, and obviously I've lost a leg. And the staff were absolutely horrified that what had happened, and were asking me what had happened, and were just shocked at the whole story, and said that they'd been wondering about how we got on and all that sort of thing. So the thoughts, even from a bank teller, somebody you just thought you just dealt with here and there on occasion, was really quite surprising. I went into Specsavers. It's another place that I don't go all that often. Every couple of years, to be honest, maybe longer, because my glasses are very focal, so they're expensive, so I don't buy them regularly. And the manager of Specsavers said that she had been following along with the videos online, and that she was horrified to hear what had happened, because the last time I'd been in there I was on crutches and I still had 2 feet. Oh my gosh, what happened? And so I was telling her the story, and she was also horrified, and we wish you well, and if anyone can do it, you can do it, and all that sort of thing. Again, I was just absolutely blown away. And then when I was going to the hospital to make complaint, actually, I parked in a disabled spot, and I was getting the wheelchair out of the car, wheeled myself over towards the back door, and somebody was coming the other way, a guy in a wheelchair being pushed by his wife, and he was an above the knee amputee, and she stopped alongside me on the way as they were passing, and said they'd been watching how I got out the car, and it was amazing. And anyway, we got chatting about this, about the whole lose a leg thing. She asked me how it had happened, and I was telling her about the whole medical misadventure thing and claim going on and whatever. And she pointed to her husband, and they'd had exactly the same thing happen. I'm horrified how many people have come out of the woodwork and said this. And it's just, it's quite worrying. So this guy had a diabetic ulcer on his foot, and was seeing a podiatrist, and the podiatrist cut a hole in his foot by accident, which ended up getting an infection, which ended up going septic, which ended up with a bone infection. Anyway, from that, he's lost his leg above the knee. Can any of these people actually grasp the gravity of what this does just because of somebody's mistake? How life-changing it is. Now, we were talking about that, and about how it's a massive adjustment, and your life is never the same, but whatever choice have you got, that's what you've got to do. You've got to adjust. So he's a bit further down the line. They were talking about prosthetics, and they'd already been up and had a few appointments. He's hoping to get a prosthetic leg, all that sort of thing. And it was interesting to talk to somebody else who's in the same position, but quite worrying all the same to talk to somebody else that's in the same position. So she was wishing me well with everything that went on, and hoped that it was all successful and I got the help that I needed. And let's just hope that I do. I've had lots of conversations with people in cafes and other places, saying how amazing the story is, and support and all that sort of thing. And even reps. The Register of Exercise Professionals is the register that regulates the fitness industry. We choose to be on the register. It's not compulsory like it is with doctors and teachers. We choose to be on it because it shows a level of professionalism. And I froze my reps registration because I wasn't sure when I'd be able to go back to work. And reps have contacted me, and they've been really supportive, and they've asked if they can share my story and hope that I can inspire some people. Absolutely. And the people that I do my first aid with, I froze that too, because the first aid was due to renewal the week they were chopping my leg off. So I explained there's no way I'm going to be able to do this even in the foreseeable future. I'm going to have to put it on hold. I don't want to have to start the whole process again. It was a renewal, and because I'd been a customer for a very long time, they'd made an exception and put it on a freeze, and talked to me about some other ways that we can get through the accreditation that means I don't have to use my legs and all that sort of thing. And it's just, the support from far and wide has just been quite incredible. And that just goes to show the power of social media. So it really does mean a lot to me. All the people that come and comment, the comments online have sort of gone down a wee bit. I know that people are still watching them because they're still talking to me and that sort of thing. But it really does mean a lot, all of the support, far and wide. And it really does help when you're in a battle like this one, because the physical battle is not the issue. It has definitely been the mental battle that's been the issue. And each time I encounter somebody on the street who tells me a story that helps me in some sort of way, support or otherwise, it really does, each one of those little steps mean an awful lot. So thank you to everyone out there. Whoever you are, even if I have not mentioned you specifically, because each and every one of you have helped along the way.